started really well for me, and I could say probably the same for a lot of people. However, there's a lot of things that may have went to a different direction with a lot of idealistic statements and things that are kind of contribute to BWA to, I don't know, kind of give it a both positive and negative feel. And in my case, you know, again, I feel that a lot of things was constructed for me rather than constructed with me.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lined in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most their lives living in the gangster's paradise.
I didn't feel that my character overall was going anywhere. I felt that I literally was one of the, if not the most overlooked or underrated people in BWA.
I can't iterate this enough that in our last few years, Dragon, Ryaidon were huge draws, immensely important to the top tier storylines. Whether he wants to believe it or not, I think he was used perfectly. My real problem was, again, timing. Like, if we had more years, he would spend so much more time on top and have all of these moments that he's looking for.
He was perfectly used already. The problem is with somebody coming in that new and everybody saying, oh, you're great, you're amazing, you know, you have so much talent, is that they get big-headed.
Things changed a lot.
Oh my god. Oh my god, a counter to the moonsault! Bottom of the line! 1, 2, 3! Dragon has retained the BWA Pride Championship with seemingly the greatest counter in the history of BWA.
Dragon, in this case, was more signaled out to be in the face of BWA. Thus started from a in-ring rivalry to me really feeling that this was how it was going to be, that I was never going to get that opportunity. I was never going to get any chance to really do anything.
I'm not disrespecting Dragon at all. He's a hell of a competitor, and to be honest, he deserved that belt. He fought hard for it. But then there's other guys like Ryaidon, for instance. I understand, you know, he's been injured many times before, and I just feel that he's one of the guys that should have gotten a run.
Was Ryaidon underused? It seemed like Ryaidon and Dragon, for one reason or another, were always neck and neck. And as a booker, you have options and you have to make choices.
Oh, man. No, I do not believe he was underappreciated. I do not believe he was underused. I do not believe he was screwed. Playing devil's advocate for Ryaidon, alright, I'll agree that maybe some of the booking decisions in terms of not, you know, pulling the trigger on making him champion and having him go through this whole year-long thing back and forth with Dragon, but never actually cinching it, you know, I can understand his frustration and whatever.
Ryaidon got hurt in a tag team match very early on in the season, and he was not able to be consistent, and he was not able to come and win those matches. And when he found that he was, because of that, not going to be given the title on the last show, which was never the plan, he couldn't make it that day, which I took as a fine excuse. I have no animosity. I can't say one bad thing personally about Ryaidon, but that right there was indicative of when I had a choice to make. Unfortunately for Ryaidon, the right choice was Black Dragon.
again, you can't have two guys on top, and that's our big problem. That it had to be him or Dragon. And I feel like it really shouldn't be so detrimental to him when he did have such incredible matches.
He had that childish mentality when it came to wanting to have, the big title. Your name was still put down in BWA history for, doing stuff that nobody else does. Just because you weren't champion doesn't mean that you weren't one of the best.
Ryaidon screwed himself over by not being reliable.
In BWA, there is a lot of issues and drama that a lot of people take their personal life and personal feelings out on. Me and Jose Valdez, we definitely had a lot of history with one another. We actually had history since the beginning of high school. We've had problems since then. October 20th over in Gang Rules, right after the match, a brawl actually kind of broke out between me and him. To this day, we're not very close. However, we do respect each other as athletes, and we definitely respect one another's presence as human beings. I came back because on the sidelines, both you, Bravado, and both Maurice was kind of coaching me to come back, kind of amping me up a little bit, trying to sway me that things would be a lot different, that there would be a lot more opportunity to do a lot of other things. At the same time, I came up with this whole idea of me and Dragon being a tag team. So later on, somewhere down the line, revealed that I was only using him to get closer to the title.
It worked, and it's just like every time we tried to best that one and best that one, it was just like, and the fans, the crowd, they loved it. When we wrestled, people paid attention, and it was just like, when you have something good, it's known.
The way it was presented to me on paper, I didn't think that it would blow the paper out of the water. It was an incredibly funny, entertaining, serious storyline.
It ended up being really fun, and again, we got to shoot all of our crazy promos and make fun of them and play No Mercy and do the things we did.
To go in that persona of me in jail and everything, and kind of put it in more a comedic way. So after a while, a lot of my enthusiasm, it kind of went down the drain. I argued a lot of matches, and I disputed a lot of things, and in the end, it followed up with me just accepting things. BWA is one of those spots that you come in, you do your thing, and you move on.